This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hi there, I'm Ray Collins. Haley is on assignment tonight. It's called The Greatest Show on Earth, but ticket sales weren't always the greatest. Tonight, reaction from many perspectives about the end of the Suncoast-based Ringling Brothers Circus. Perhaps no one appreciates Ringling Brothers Circus more than Nick Wallenda.
Because John Ringling went to Havana, Cuba in 1927 and found my family and brought them over to the United States to perform on The Greatest Show on Earth.
But now that Feld Entertainment says its circus is a money loser, is it still?
Apparently not, because if it was The Greatest Show on Earth, I would think they were filling the arena.
And when you ask people why they didn't consider going to the circus, many cite changing priorities.
I also think times have just changed.
And others say, make no mistake, it's the wild animals trained to act on demand.
I do also hear the concerns about people that say how the animals are treated.
Feld says when they dropped the elephants last May, ticket sales dropped dramatically as well. But for animal activists, there were still other animals in that circus.
I was really happy that the circus closed.
Sarasota's Susie Chin says Nick Wallenda could do well with a traveling show just of the circus performers.
But just leave the animals out of it. Just look at Cirque du Soleil and the different things that are in Las Vegas that are fabulous, and people love to see that.
Wallenda says he's already thought that through.
If the audience is into YouTube and into the internet, then use that to your advantage and bring in those performers that you see. And I've done actually quite a few surveys and found at ages 14 to 24 that's what they're fascinated with, and that they would come see a show for sure if we incorporated those sensations. So that's certainly my goal and my dream.
So while Ringling's circus might be over, the former Time Magazine Clown of the Year, Bello Knox, says, don't think circuses are going away.
Just in Italy, there are 300 circuses. In Germany, there are 400 circuses.
The Sarasota native says he thinks Feld made a big mistake about a decade ago.
They made a conscious effort about 10 years ago to get rid of all the headliners, and that's what Ringling Brothers was all about, was basically headliners from around the world and exotics. You've got to come see it. Although it's very sad, I don't think it's the end of circus. In fact, I know it's not.
Ringling's legacy is all over the Suncoast. One of the biggest of all, of course, the John and Mabel Ringling Museum of Art. It was established back in 1927. It now includes more than 10,000 pieces of art from around the world. Inside the Circus Museum, there's plenty of artifacts and old posters and costumes, also very famous circus train, props, and much more. Of course, out back, the Cas d'Azan, the winter home of John Ringling. He and his wife built that back in 1926. It was restored in 2002. There's also the Ringling College of Art and Design, Ringling Boulevard, Ringling Bridge, and much, much more. On to other news now. Services were held today for a Suncoast native killed last week in Orlando in the line of duty. Our Dwayne Lindo has details of an emotional day.
Hundreds of friends, family members, and fellow law enforcement officers here to honor a fallen deputy, just walking distance from where he went to high school.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
A packed house at Murdoch Baptist Church. Florida Governor Rick Scott in attendance, as well as Orlando County Sheriff's deputies lined up outside, all to pay their respects for Norman Lewis, who was killed in a crash while responding to a manhunt for a suspect accused of killing Orlando Police Sergeant Deborah Clayton. Deputy Lewis was also remembered by Orange County Sheriff Jerry Deming.
Our beloved Norman now joins the ranks of more than 19,000 men and women in this nation who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Deming and others spoke on Lewis's infectious smile, lovable personality, and warm heart. Each speaker shared a story about Lewis. Some memories brought laughter, others brought tears.
But Norm died doing what he loved best, helping others.
They celebrated the legacy of Lewis during the 2-hour funeral service.
A wonderful nephew, a wonderful son. I will miss him dearly.
Deputy Lewis's burial will take place at Charlotte Memorial Funeral Home in Punta Gorda. Reporting in Port Charlotte, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Gunfire today at a beauty supply store in Bradenton. It happened on 57th Avenue East at J-Lo Beauty Supply. Detectives say 3 men and a woman walked in and picked a fight with the clerk. Omar Adami called 911 as the group began to hit the clerk and destroy the store. The clerk shot at the suspects, but all 4 fled the scene. If you can help solve this one, call Crime Stoppers at 866-634-TIPS. An annual stunt on the roads of Miami wound up in 1 injury and 8 arrests. The Bikes Up, Guns Down ride left streets in chaos on MLK Day. More than 3 dozen motorcyclists could be seen performing dangerous stunts, running red lights and weaving in and out of traffic. These dirt bikes and ATVs are illegal on public roads. Police impounded 31 of those, as well as 5 cars as well. Also in South Florida, an MLK celebration turned violent after 8 people were shot in Miami. Police say 5 of the victims are minors. It happened in MLK Junior Park. Witnesses say when the gunfire began, people scattered for cover. 2 men are being questioned about the shooting. Details are yet to be revealed. Here on the Sun Coast, celebrations began today at the for MLK. An annual community breakfast was held at the Robert L. Taylor Community Center in Newtown. Dozens of pastors, educators, and Sarasota officials attended, including Sarasota Mayor Willie Shaw. The ceremonies began with Lift Every Voice and Sing. Circuit Court Judge Charles Williams gave the keynote address. Event attendees say the breakfast is not only to honor Dr. King's legacy, but all the contributions made locally as well.
When we look at the attributes and the contribution Sarasota has made to the overall movement, then we understand that we are as inclusive and as much a part of this movement as has been anyone else.
And the breakfast included awards for those locally who are keeping Dr. King's dream alive. The event was emceed by our own Scott Dennis and Hank Betty. Let's get the first forecast now from our chief meteorologist, Bob Harrigan. Bob, some mild weather out there right now.
Yes, Ray, you got that right. 66 degrees right now, just a few clouds around. The dew point temperature at 59. So temperature, dew point getting close. Winds out of the east-southeast, though, kind of inhibiting any kind of fog at this point. The barometer way up there, 30, 25. That's been the story over the past week now, is that high barometer. And I'll tell you, that is not moving much at all. It's going to stay high, too, looks like, over the upcoming days. As far as the high pressure is concerned, we have it at the surface in the mid to upper levels of the atmosphere, and that is bringing us that east to southeasterly wind component, which is really warming us up. Also bringing warm, moist air, overriding that colder air, and that ice storm continues now over portions of Michigan as well as into western portions of New York. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. As far as our fog forecast is concerned, we will see patchy, mainly inland fog, but there could be some near the coast around sunrise tomorrow, but it shouldn't stick around all that long. Should move on rather quickly. Tomorrow night may be a different story. We may see some coastal fog or sea fog, which does have a tendency to stick around a little bit longer. More on that and the ice storm coming up in a few minutes, right?
Thank you, Bob. 2 local high school students have been chosen for the McDonald's All-American basketball team. These seats will be filled tomorrow as Trevon Duval and Rella Booth from IMG Academy celebrate their acceptance to the teams. IMG Academy will host a Hometown Heroes celebration tomorrow and honor Trevon and Rella. Congratulations to them. Straight ahead, the official Suncoast forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan. Plus, a mystery in the Keys where 3 construction workers collapsed and died. We'll have details. And another shooting, this time south of the border. Details on the way.
ABC7 News at 7, weeknights.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
That will look great on you. Every time you shop here, you have the power to change lives.
Does she work here?
No, she's just a proud supporter of Goodwill.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country.
What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Are you paying too much for your cable or satellite TV? The U.S. government passed a bill mandating free over-the-air digital transmission of all broadcast network television channels. That means with the new TV Freeway digital antenna, you can get free HD programming from your favorite broadcast networks 24/7 without a bill. You just plug it into the back of your TV and start watching all of your favorite broadcast programs for free. There are no contracts to sign, no hidden fees, and no monthly fees. Just free HD broadcast TV. Take it with you anywhere. Call or go online now to get your TV Freeway stick for the incredibly low price of only $14.99. But wait, call or click now and you can get a second TV Freeway stick for a second TV. Just pay a separate fee, but you have to order right now.
Call 1-800-809-5196 to get your TV Freeway. Call now or go to tvfreeway.com. So call 1-800-809-5196. This offer's not in any store. Call now.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Social media is full of beautiful sunset pictures around here.
A lot too lately, and it's been nice, Ray. I mean, really, the weather's been so nice. People can hang out there. Sometimes during this time of year, it can be kind of chilly out there, so you don't get as many sunset pictures. But it's been so nice. A lot of people out there walking and strolling the beaches along the sun coast. That was a webcam showing time lapse. Pretty nice afternoon. We had a few clouds around, but really, all in all, the clouds cleared out and sun's actually was looking pretty good right there with the Van Wezel webcam. And certainly we did have a lot of photos sent into pics at mysuncoast.com and then our Facebook page. This one from the Ringling Museum. There you can see Cindy Desmond getting this. A lot of people there checking it out on this beautiful night. And this from Linda Bruns, and that was from the Venice Jetty there. Siesta Key, Jay Riley snapping that. He was out there with his family shooting some pictures. And I'll tell you what, we have high pressure still in control, and it's going to dominate our weather for the foreseeable future until, and it looks like Sunday. Sunday, things start to change a little bit. We could get back to more normal temperatures. Get that by Monday. Highs will only be in the low 70s, it appears. Now, as far as the radar picture goes, we do have some showers along the east coast. Those continue to stream off in this direction on that southeasterly wind flow, but we're not anticipating any rainfall here. Currently, we have just a few clouds around 66. Dew point pretty high for this time of year at 59 degrees. Winds out of the east southeast at 8, and the pressure 30-25. That continues to rise. The high today was a few degrees above the record high of 82 set back in 1947. This morning's low was 10 degrees higher than normal, and no rainfall to report today so far for the month. We're 32/100ths of an inch below average. Statewide, temperatures are all into the 50s and 60s, but even here, same story, mid-60s now from Bradenton all the way down to Inglewood. A little bit cooler in Arcadia, away from the water, 58 in Lake Placid, and Sebring now at 59 degrees. Northport, you're at 61, 66 degrees in Venice, and the Gulf of Mexico water temperature now at 66 degrees. Well, the big story this weekend has been the intense ice storm that causes all sorts of problems as far as travelers are concerned. That was moving through Kansas and parts of Nebraska earlier. That has now since shifted, and it will continue to move to the northeast states on throughout tomorrow afternoon and evening. Right now, the toughest part of the storm near Green Bay, spreading northward throughout Wisconsin and southeast Minnesota and Detroit. Still seeing the ice occasionally moving on in all the way over to Ray's hometown of Buffalo. Buffalo right there getting some rain, snow, but mainly rain and freezing rain at this point. Typically this time of year, this would be all snowfall. I mean, here we are in mid-January. Temperatures are much warmer than average. As a result of that, they're getting that rain and snow mix kind of with the freezing rain. All these are winter weather advisories in effect, stretching all the way over now to Vermont, New Hampshire, and into Connecticut. Get a look at these temperatures over the southeast. You can see why they're getting the freezing rain. Temperatures hovering right around freezing from Ottawa, Montreal, Portland, stretching to Buffalo and Detroit, all the way up to Green Bay right now in Minneapolis, all into the 30s there. Well, that real cold air is still kind of bottled up over the northern Plains states and the northern Rockies with teens and 20s there, but really much milder weather all across the southeast, and that's the result of a large dome of high pressure which continues to anchor itself just off the coast of southeast United States, and that is not going to change much. You can see these clouds kind of rotating around that area of high pressure. Here comes the front, but it doesn't have much success of getting in here. It will stay well to our north, and we will see, though, eventually a storm system develop on that front and bring us a much better chance for rain later this week. For boaters, not too bad. Northeast winds 5 to 10 knots. Light shot for the bays and inland waters. The next low tide will be at 10:29 and sunrise at 7:21. The forecast shapes up like this: partly cloudy, some patchy fog, low temperatures 59. And then for tomorrow, 20 degrees warmer, and we'll have a high of 79. Should be another nice day out there. The extended forecast calling for above average temperatures through Sunday. We'll start to see increasing cloudiness, though, as that storm system moves in, Ray, and eventually gets us back to more average temperatures by Monday. Back to you.
Very nice. Thank you, Bob. Back in the news now. At least 5 people have been killed in a Mexican nightclub shooting. 15 others injured in the attack at a music fest near Cancun. Police say the lone shooter tried to enter the nightclub but was denied access because he had a gun. That's when they say he began to shoot with another person inside the building. 4 U.S. citizens were injured, including one who returned to Texas today.
I feel home. I feel safe, and it was I just wanted to leave as soon as possible. So I'm very grateful to God that he gave me the life and the strength to get out of that area on time before anything else worse happened.
Mexican police do not believe this was a terrorist attack. An investigation is underway in Key Largo after 3 workers collapsed and died in an underground road project. Police say it was a chain reaction. 1 worker went in and collapsed, followed by a second and then a third. They believe the victims were overwhelmed by a combination of methane and hydrogen sulfide inside the 15-foot hole. The last person to walk on the moon has passed away. Reporter Dana Beckus has more on the life of astronaut Gene Cernan.
On December 14, 1972, Gene Cernan became the last person to walk on the moon and the last human to leave his footprints on the lunar surface. He was the commander of NASA's Apollo 17 mission and left his mark on the history of exploration by flying 3 times in space, twice to the moon. Born in Chicago in 1934, he graduated from Indiana's Purdue University. A captain in the U.S. Navy, he was one of 14 astronauts selected by NASA in 1963. He piloted the Gemini 9 mission and was the lunar module pilot of Apollo 10 and guided the lander named Challenger. In 1976, Cernan retired from the Navy after 20 years and ended his NASA career. He was a longtime consultant for ABC News when spaceflight was unique and covered often. Reaction to his death is starting to come in. A statement from the astronaut corps at the Johnson Space Center says in part, "Our heart is aching. The world has lost one of the greats." And NASA astronaut Doug Willock tweeting Cernan's famous quote, "We leave as we came, and God willing as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind." A documentary about his life, The Last Man on the Moon, was just released last year. Cernan was 82 years old. Danya Backus, ABC News, Los Angeles.
With just 4 days to the inauguration, the president-elect is involved in a war of words with the CIA and a civil rights leader. The feud between Trump and Atlanta Congressman John Lewis continues after Lewis said he doesn't consider Trump a legitimate president due to Russia's alleged hacking during the election. Donald Trump says Lewis is all talk and no action. Today, Lewis said he and other Democrats in Congress won't attend the inauguration.
Never give up. Never give in. Stand up. Speak up. When you see something that is not right, not fair, not just, you have a moral obligation to do something, to say something, and not be quiet.
Mr. Trump is also in a feud with the outgoing director of the CIA, John Brennan, over the topics of leaking and hacking. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
Here's a look at tonight's show. Don't overthink it.
I had this horrible thing happen where, like, the Stranger Things cast were like, Amy, and I was like, oh my God, and there was Amy Schumer.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop pad that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second spin mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
So get the new year off to a great start with safety and peace of mind. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing with complimentary maintenance included. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Gold fever has once again swept the nation. And everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. Introducing the $5 million Gold Rush Doubler. We're doubling cash prizes for over $752 million in payouts. And 36 prizes from $1 million to $5 million. The Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery, just imagine.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Now, sports.
It hasn't been a good year so far for the Lightning. Before today's game with the Kings in L.A., they've only won one game in the past couple of weeks. Here we go. 8 minutes into the first period. Lightning's Ben Bishop gets caught behind the net. Not good. L.A.'s Kyle Clifford gets it, wraps it around, score 1-0 Kings. Let's go to the second period now. Jonathan Drouin passes around to Tyler Johnson. One-timer. Game is tied at 1 apiece. Second now. The puck bounces around. Brian Boyles, the Lightning, gets it and puts in the rebound. Lightning take a lead. And guess what? The second win of the year. Ben Bishop celebrates 31 saves in this game. Final score 2-1 Lightning. Lightning travel half an hour south to Anaheim for the Ducks tomorrow night. Yesterday's exciting game between the Packers and the Cowboys brought in some records in the TV viewing area. Green Bay's win was seen by 48 million viewers on Fox. That's the most ever to watch a division playoff game. The game had a 46% share, which means nearly half the people watching TV were watching this game yesterday. Meantime, Pittsburgh's win over Kansas City wasn't bad either. They had 37 million viewers. Not too bad whatsoever for the NFL. An NBA Finals rematch tonight. The two met on Christmas Day in Cleveland, but of course, you can't forget that Game 7 championship won by the Cavaliers. Tonight, Golden State hosting Cleveland. The Warriors take a 15-point lead by the end of the first quarter. In the second, Draymond Green not happy about the refs calling his foul against LeBron James, who goes on to make one of two free throws. Seconds left the first half. Golden State's Kevin Durant passes to Stephon Curry, who fires a three-pointer as the buzzer sounds. Warriors go on to win a big one, up by 35 at the end. Final score 126-91.
Here is something none of my predecessors ever got a chance to say. Welcome to the White House, the World Series champion, Chicago Cubs.
Indeed, all smiles at the White House today. President Obama welcomed the World Series champion Cubs. The president said his wife, Michelle, is a lifelong Cubs fan who watched games with her dad as a child after school. Well, the team gave the president gifts, including jerseys and an autographed W flag as in win. President Obama says he and former Cubs catcher David Ross share some similarities.
David Ross and I have something in common. We've both been on a year-long retirement party. But
here to present you with a lifetime pass.
The president said his wife, First Lady Michelle, never attended a White House event honoring a championship team, that is, until today. And that is sports. Up next, library book amnesty and good thing. Next.
Check out mysuncoast.com/dining, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC7, My Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch My Suncoast News wherever you are, on our live stream, on our newly redesigned mysuncoast.com, and a brand new ABC7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, and dining with recipes and all the hottest Suncoast restaurants. Visit mysuncoast.com and click on the mobile tab to download the ABC7 My Suncoast app for iOS and Android.
Go ahead. Make a fashion statement. Demand something more than just ordinary. Capture elegance in every turn and drive with flair. Where beautiful styling is standard. Stop in and take a test drive. I'll guarantee you'll never go back to plain vanilla again. The all-new 2017 Fiat 500, starting at $14,999. Only at Sunset Fiat in Sarasota.
You love your couch and want to protect it from spills, food, and scratching, shedding pets. Introducing Couch Coat, the reversible, washable quilted cover that protects your couch. Shield against spills. Wow! Stop stains and dirty pet paws and sharp claws. Plus, it's reversible with 2 stylish colors. Guaranteed to fit any couch up to 92 inches or your money back. It even has covers to protect armrests. Machine washable too.
My grandkids destroy everything, but with Couch Coat, my couch is always protected, looking as good as it did the day I bought it.
Get your Couch Coat for just $19.99, and it's reversible in brown and cream, like 2 couch coats for the price of 1. Order right now, and you can double your offer. Get a second Couch Coat. Just pay a separate fee. Order right now.
Call 1-800-943-0710 to get your couch coat. Call now or go to couchcoat.com. So call 1-800-943-0710. That's 1-800-943-0710. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
San Francisco's public library is offering forgiveness in the new year. It's letting members bring back overdue books and clear their record cards without paying a fee. But one person took their generosity to a whole new level by returning a book that is more than 100 years overdue. Judy Wells says her great-grandmother Phoebe went to return the book in the early 20th century but passed away, leaving Judy to return the novel 1 century later. I don't know if she passed away on the way to the library or when that happened, but luckily they had library book return amnesty and there's no heavy fee on that one.
That was a Seinfeld episode. You know, Jerry forgot to return a book in from high school. I think George messed up or something.
And then Kramer slid in?
Yeah, he did.
I saw that one.
That's right.
Have a nice night, folks. We'll see you tomorrow.